In the depths of a forgotten forest, an ancient house stood, its weathered walls whispering secrets to the wind. Villagers spoke of it in hushed tones, their eyes darting nervously as they recounted tales of eerie whispers that echoed through the night. Once the home of a mysterious woman who met her fate during a violent storm, the house had long been abandoned until a young family, oblivious to its dark history, decided to make it their new home. As the sun dipped below the horizon on their first night, strange voices began to stir. At first, they were barely audible, like the rustling of leaves in a gentle breeze. But as darkness enveloped the house, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. "I won't harm you," they seemed to say. Their words carried on otherworldly wind that sent shivers down the spines of those who heard them. Sarah, the wife, was the first to sense the presence that lurked within the shadows. She would wake in the dead of night, her heart pounding as she strained to make sense of the whispers that danced just beyond her comprehension. As days turned to weeks, the voices became more urgent, their message changing from reassurance to warning. "Don't leave," they hissed, the words seeping through the cracks in the walls and curling around Sarah's as a mind like tendrils of smoke. The nights grew longer, and with each passing hour, both Sarah and her husband James felt the weight of the house's dark energy pressing down upon them. Sarah's dreams became a twisted landscape of shadows and whispers, each night bringing new terrors that left her gasping for breath as she awoke. James, once a pillar of strength and rationality, began to act strangely, his eyes taking on a distant, haunted look that Sarah had never seen before. One fateful night, as the moon hung low and bloated in the sky, Sarah found herself drawn to the basement, the very place where the old woman had breathed her last. The whispers, which had been suddenly roared to life, filling the air with a cacophony of spectral voices. As Sarah descended the creaking stairs, her heart pounding in her chest, a shadowy figure materialized before her, its form shifting and writhing in the darkness. With a bony finger pointed directly at Sarah, the figure leaned in close, its whisper cutting through the dim like a knife. "You're not the first," it hissed, its words dripping with malice. "And you won't be the last." Sarah's blood ran cold, her body frozen in terror as the full weight of their predicament came crashing down upon her. Panic seized Sarah's heart, and she fled from the basement, her feet barely touching the ground as she raced through the house. But as the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, Sarah vanished without a trace, leaving behind nothing but a lingering echo of her terrified screams. In the wake of Sarah's disappearance, the house seemed to come alive with a sinister energy. The front door, once a portal to the outside world, now stood unyielding, its ancient wood refusing to budge, no matter how hard James pushed and pulled. As realization dawned on him, the whispers resumed their haunting melody, patient and persistent, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to fall into their trap. The villagers, who had long warned of the house's dark nature, now speak in reverent tones of the curse that lingers within its walls. They say that anyone who hears the whispers is doomed, their fate sealed the moment those spectral voices reach their ears. No one who has entered the house since Sarah's disappearance has ever returned, their stories becoming nothing more than cautionary tales whispered around flickering campfires. As years pass, the house continues to stand, a silent sentinel in the heart of the forest. Its windows, like hollow eyes, stare out at the world, waiting for the next family to stumble upon its deceptive charm. The whispers, ever present, continue their eternal vigil, their words a siren song to the unwary. Those who dare to venture near the house at night speak of shadows that move against the laws of nature, of voices that call out appearances of life and the light. But beneath the hurried words lies a hunger that can never be sated, a darkness that consumes all who dare to challenge its dominion. The story of Sarah and James has become legend, a tale passed down through generations as a warning against the folly of ignoring the wisdom of those who came before. Yet still, the curious and the desperate are drawn to the house, lured by the promise of a fresh start or the thrill of confronting the unknown. As the seasons change and the forest grows ever denser around the house, its power only seems to grow stronger. The whispers, once confined to the walls of the structure, now seem to emanate from the very earth itself, calling out to those who would listen, promising secrets and power beyond imagination. But those who heed the calls soon find themselves trapped in a nightmare from which there is no escape. The house, with its insatiable appetite for souls, continues to feed, growing stronger with each life it claims. And still, the whispers persist, a constant reminder of the fate that awaits those who dare to cross its threshold. In the nearby village, children are taught to fear the forest, to never stray too far from the safety of their homes. Parents speak in hushed tones of the house that whispers, their eyes darting nervously as if the mere mention of its existence might summon its malevolent presence. Yet despite the warnings, despite the tales of horror and loss, there are always those who cannot resist the allure of the unknown. They come from far and wide, drawn by rumors of the house's power, seeking answers to questions best left unasked. And as they step across the threshold, the whispers welcome them, their words a promise and a threat all at once. I won't harm you, the voices say, even as the darkness closes in. And as the door swings shut behind them, sealing their fate, the house settles once more, content in the knowledge that its hunger will soon be sated. For in the realm of the supernatural, where whispers hold the power of life and death, there are some mysteries that are better left unsolved, some doors that should remain forever closed. And so the house stands, a monument to the folly of human curiosity and the enduring power of the unknown. Its whispers continue to echo through the night, a siren song to the lost and the lonely, promising salvation but delivering only damnation. For in the end, those who hear the whispers are forever changed, their stories becoming nothing more than cautionary tales, whispered around flickering campfires on dark and stormy nights.